guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney, you can call me Courts, and today I am telling you about my experience thus far with the birth control implant known as nexplanon. I literally just saw a rat scurry across my yard. Oh my god. It's very chill, very quick, very much just me talking about my experience with it. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that this is helpful. If you're new here, consider liking this video, consider subscribing. It really helps me out. Otherwise, let's just jump right into it. Get cozy, get comfy, grab yourself a cup of tea. We're just doing like a little girl on girl chat here, okay? Without further ado, let's just get into it. This is where the little bugger scurried. Little bastard scurried. He lives in there, I swear he does. Check out my new Smoky Quartz water bottle. Ooh. I just really wanted to share like a candid video of me telling you about my nexplanon experience. First thing I did when I was looking into birth control was go onto youtubecom and look up all of the other women who were sharing their stories about their birth control experience, specifically with nexplanon. This is my piece of the pie, if you will. So I had first heard about nexplanon about 4 years ago. I was working a job. And there was this girl from Sweden working with us, and she had the implant. And I remember walking up on her one day. Sorry, I'm so burpy. She had like been fiddling with something in her arm, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And she was like, oh, it's my birth control. And I was like, they can do that? And she told me a little bit about it, and she said, yeah, it's great. Like, I don't even get a period. It really works well for me. And I was like, hell yeah. They ever bring that to Canada? Hell yeah. At the time, it wasn't in Canada, and I think they actually only brought it in about 2 years ago. So fast forward 4 years, and I'm scrolling on TikTok, and there's loads of content about Roe v. Wade. I'm not gonna say that Roe v. Wade is the reason why I decided to look into birth control after 27 years, but it was one of the things that motivated me to consider taking responsibility over my own body. Some may say that's dramatic, but we do see a lot of what we call trickle-up economics and politics here in Canada from the US. We saw it with the BLM movement. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, it made me think more seriously about taking care of my body, because I didn't want to have to be faced with the choice of getting an abortion or not, if it ever came down to it. At that time, in June, finally, after living in Vancouver for freaking 7 years, I finally had been accepted by a family doctor. I call her up right away, and I'm kind of asking her the basic questions, and she's giving me the basic spiel, like IUDs, birth control, blah, 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 but she did not mention nexplanon. And so I actually asked her about it. I'm actually interested in this implant. Have you heard of it? And she goes, oh yeah, I don't really know much about it, so yeah, you should probably call the women's clinic. Her logic was that I shouldn't consider an implant until I've tried some pills to see how my body takes it. And I was kind of really confused at that point. I was like, now I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what's best for me. So I called the women's clinic, and if you live in Vancouver, it's Willow Clinic. I'll leave the link in the description. And the doctor on the phone had given me the same spiel. I don't know if she gets a chunk of money for getting girls to take this certain birth control or not, but she definitely was leaning me towards nexplanon. Most people don't have any complaints. It has a lower hormone dosage than the pill. Obviously, the IUD is very invasive. The statistics were like 60% of women have issues on the pill, whereas 40% of women only have issues on the implant. It was kind of a no-brainer for me at that point, and I was like, yeah, okay, you know what, let's book an appointment. Call me back within like 2 minutes, and she was like, hey, yeah, we have an appointment available tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you want to come. I didn't really have time to overthink it or stress about it or really consider it. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take the day off work. I'm gonna go get it done, and I have health benefits, so it's fine. Corporate, right? And if you see my last video, you know that I was released from that corporate gig literally days after that appointment. It was very lucky for me to, first of all, for them to have a random opening for the insertion. Second, for me to be able to use my corporate benefits literally days before getting the boot, you know what I'm saying. I kept telling myself, I was like, this is aligned, like this opportunity would not have come to me if I wasn't meant to seize it. So I said, yes, let's do it. Side effects are very similar to regular birth controls, you know, acne, like weight gain, spotting, mood swings, all the fun stuff, all that fun stuff, yes. 10 a.m. the next day, I went in for my appointment. In Canada, you get your prescription, and then you pick up your prescription, and then you go to the clinic It has to be a clinic that does the insertion process. They get you to pick up your prescription and bring it in, and then they do the insertion. It's a very quick process. I'm sure if this isn't the first video you're watching on nexplanon, you've heard that it's very quick and pretty much painless. You just go in, they numb up your arm, and they pretty much just shove it in there, and then they wrap you up and they say, see ya. Most people get it like here, but I don't know, she put mine really far back. It's like almost on the back of my arm. That dot, this little dot here, that's the scar. And I don't know if I can make you see it, but you probably just can't see it because my triceps are so large. Yeah, it leaves minimal scarring and you won't even notice it. My arm was a little bit tender for the next couple days, but it wasn't really like anything more uncomfortable than your average bruise. Very minimal damage upon insertion. So my period was late, obviously because I just got a bunch of progesterone, fake progesterone shoved into my arm. The period that I experienced right away was basically just like spotting, and it was very light. It was so light that I couldn't even put my Diva cup in because there's not enough lubrication, if you will. And then it ended. And then I would say about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks after that, I started spotting again, and I haven't stopped since. Basically been bleeding for the majority of August, and it's not heavy. It's not really that annoying or uncomfortable. It's just like really dark discharge. And that's real. That's the real stuff. That's the real talk right there. Yeah, living in the unknown right now, 1 month after getting my nexplanon insertion. Kind of just hoping that my body adjusts and the spotting goes away and my period goes away and I don't get any acne and I'm a glowy, dewy angel girl who's just not able to get pregnant for a little while. In Canada, they say the nexplanon is good for 3 years. I think that's just because Canada regulations are like a little bit tighter. The doctor at the clinic was like, it actually lasts for 5, you know? You can get it out right away or you can wait. But at this point, because I've been bleeding for like 3 weeks, I'm gonna reevaluate around the 6-month mark, you know, and see if it's just not working. One thing I will say that I noticed right away, any little thing would irritate me up until that first period after getting the implant. But I haven't experienced that since, and I haven't been like noticing it, and I'm trying to regulate myself and see like where my body is at. But at the end of the day, just do whatever you think is best for you. If you're under some sort of healthcare plan and you can afford to get the implant, I would recommend it. This is my first experience on birth control, so I will probably make an update video in 6 months and let you know how it goes. If you have any more questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, I'm not a doctor. If you have questions, go ask your doctor. Tell the rats to get out of my garden. If you like this video, you can check out my other video where I talk about my experience getting a breast reduction, if that's something that you're interested in. I'm gonna leave that like here or like probably over here because there's more space. Consider liking this video, consider subscribing to me. I'm a growing creator and I'm a female filmmaker. That is pretty much what I talk about on this channel, but this is just like a fun little female healthcare video for you girlies out there. I need to stop. I need to be cut off. I'm done. You're probably tired of listening to me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week, or the week after, because I'm starting a new job. So probably the week after. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!